Welcome back, friends, to the shop. I've been asked to weigh in on Texas, and I will because I do have a dog in the fight. My little baby is 4 years old, and although we homeschool, we have a very excellent local public school here that she is oftentimes involved with in arts and crafts and classes, so this could possibly affect me like someone else. Reports are starting to come out that from the initial call, I think it was at 11:30, and this may change and this may not be true, this is just what's out right now as of this morning, that from the time of the first 911 call to contact with the Savage was an hour and a half. Now, it's easy to point fingers at law enforcement, Lord knows. However, I think that there was no shortage of brave men and women that would have been willing to do whatever it took to stop this threat, but they're bound by policies of their department. Now, as civilians, we are not bound by policies, and it's time to, we can wring our hands and we can look at legislation and we can talk about, what's the fix, but there is no fix. The reality is that the genie is out of the bottle, and we can we can expect more. So do we just go with what's been not working, or do we become proactive and try to do something about it? This is a Bofang radio. A lot of you guys are going to have these. Very few of you have programmed them or know how to use them. I understand that. I'm not blaming you. If it weren't for Jiraiya here helping me, I'd probably be in the same boat. You need to have one of these. It's $50. Program it with your local emergency service frequencies so that you can monitor and you can scan. This is on me or near me at all times and scanning, and the moment a 911 call goes out, I will be notified as the first to be notified. You'll know it immediately because you're monitoring dispatch. From there, do you have a plan? I am always close. I am no more than 5 minutes out. In 5 to 10 minutes from the time I hear a call, I could have 3 friends equally like-minded, geared up, same as I am, to be able to respond and do something. We're not bound by these policies. Well, we can argue the ethics of it, this and that, but I don't care if my baby's being threatened. There is nothing that would stand in my way to do whatever I could to make sure that I will protect her with every possible ability that I have, regardless of, I'll deal with the consequences later. A lot of us have been in the gear and the collecting of all this stuff, and we have safes full of all this stuff, and that's fine and good, there's a place for it, but I have really narrowed it down to what really matters and what do you really need. I'm going to share with you what I have. Do with it what you will. You're a grown man, you can decide what's best for you, but let's get away from all of the fantasy and let's just get down to brass tacks, and let's have a kit that is with you all the time and start getting familiar with it. Put all the other stuff away. Pick one, I can't even speak. Pick one freedom dispenser and know it like the back of your hand. Carry it with you in your truck. Sleep with it. Have it with you on all times. You should have one on you, and you should have a longer version that is within arm's reach at all time. I'm just going to tell you what I have. I've done the research on this. You know how I am. You know my personality. Could you do better? I don't know. Probably not. But you could do a lot worse. Get yourself a bag that you can actually carry around and use. There's a lot of tactical stuff out there, whatever that may be. What I have found, and I've went through a bunch of them, is there's just no better bag than just the regular issued firefighter bag. You can buy these online. Just search firefighter 5-day bag or 3-day bag, I think it is. It's perfect. Big compartments, ruggedly built. It doesn't look tactical. It's got convertible backpack straps in the back, and it handles everything perfectly. One bag, one kit, and don't overcomplicate this. You got to keep it simple, and you got to keep it modular and as flexible as possible. Main compartment. If you don't have plates, you need to go get plates. I mean, it's time, and don't mess around with the steel nonsense and all that garbage. Drop the coin, go to T-Rex Arms, and just get yourself a pair of Hesco Special Threats. Ceramic, they're excellent. Get a lightweight plate carrier that you can dress up or dress down. like this. This is a spiritus overt. Yeah, overt. Just go get one of these. Size it according to you. Pick out whatever you want. Pick something that's subdued, tan, Ranger green, or multicam. Don't get anything exotic. Just keep it simple and just get standardized. Get a friend, get your buddies, whoever it is, your neighbors that have children in schools, and have a plan and get the stuff together and make it standard. Make it all the same. So if you pick something up or have something you're familiar with, it don't mix calibers. Don't be getting into this crazy nonsense. Just keep it simple. This here is excellent because I can take off, this is called the microfight, and I can snap this off, pull this off, and here I have a very lightweight, very concealable plate carrier that will stop, we're talking, anything you're going to run into for the most part. You can wear it anywhere. If you do need more capabilities, and if you do want to expand on that, it's so simple. Here's your trauma kit. Do you have a trauma kit? Do you know how to use a tourniquet? Do you have these things, blood stoppers? I mean, if you don't have time to research it, and you don't want to put together your own, go to our friends at Refuge Medical and get this kit right here. They just sent this to me, and as soon as I opened it up and I saw the contents, I said, finally, a complete kit where I don't have to add to it or wonder if there's anything in there. It's vacuum sealed. It's going to keep it clean. It's going to have everything you need in it, trauma shears, tourniquet, the whole deal, one and done. Go buy 2 of these at Refuge Medical and put them in your bag. Have one on your carrier and have one in your bag just as an extra to throw to someone. There's the second one is in here. And if you need to add this stuff up, having these carriers that are modular, there's your medical kit, and then snap this on, and there's your microfight. What's in your microfight? Well, you've got 2 magazines, 4. Got 2 for your secondary and 2 for your primary. And I don't run those big 30s. That's ridiculous. The 20s are perfect. The 20 Airsofts are just perfect. They fit better. They're a lot handy, a lot better in a vehicle, and it's just no need. So 1 in the Freedom dispenser, 2 here, and then 1 on the belt. Inside here, we've got a Leatherman, a flashlight, whistle, and some extra batteries. Right? Have your guys with whistles. If they don't have radios, and guys are just not good with batteries and stuff. The radios are nice, and you might have a plan to use them, but if they forgot it, or it's not charged, or they don't understand the frequencies when you're really confused, keep it simple. Have a whistle. Have a whistle in there, and have a plan. 2 whistles, 2 blows, whatever it is, means come to me. I need help, or whatever. Just figure it out. You're grown men. You can figure it out on your own. But you've got a carrier that you can bulk up and have some capabilities, and you have a carrier that you can go in, throw a code on, and be a little bit more discreet. Just keep it simple. I'm going to borrow a little something from my brother, is it T-Electric? Shout out to T-Electric. Get yourself a Funky Town sender, and that's what this is. Mark 18 is going to have the 10-3 barrel. It's going to be the shortest barrel you can get. When you put the folding on there, the law folder, then, you can put this anywhere. That's very, very compact. It's going to fit almost in any backpack. It's very light. It's very handy. Very, very easy to carry in a vehicle. Don't overcomplicate it, and don't buy any trash. Go buy something good. Buy Knight's Armament, buy LMT, buy BCM, by Daniel Defense. This is primary. If you have to sell 10 to get 1, then do that. But know this inside and out. And this is just be intimate with it. And don't put a bunch of garbage on it. All you need a flashlight. You need a good quality red dot, non-magnified. You need iron sights, and you need a sling. That's it. And maybe folding stock. And don't get into exotic calibers and all that. Just keep it simple. And get a good flashlight. Get a Surefire or get a mod light. Something like that. Don't buy any O-lights. Don't buy any Chinese garbage. Don't compromise with it. I would rather have 1 mil-spec, top of the line, best of the best, than 15, mediocre things, to be honest with you. But look how easy that fits in. You can put that in any pack. It folds up. It deploys immediately, and boom, right there you got it. If you don't have a Unity what's this thing called? I just had it in my mind. A Unity clutch. This is basically about a belt that is stretchy nylon. We've covered this before with a bunch of cells in it, and it's a great, great way to carry something. you know, your normal CCW, most people are not going to be able to carry with a light on it. And these things could be at nighttime. It could be a prom. It could be an evening. You know, you can't just think that you're just going to be running around the daylight. And having hands-free and having something mounted directly to your Funky Town sender is a whole lot better than this extra hand holding it, right? So what I do is I put a T-Rex arms, just the Kydex holster, slip it in there that's ready to receive the light, and I keep the light in there. So I can come out of my CCW carry, I can add a light. You know, I love my Airsoft. These Airsoft are looking so authentic these days. And I can add this very quickly, toolless, no tools, and in just a matter of, I mean, I can don this whole thing and be ready in 60 seconds. I've practiced it. You should practice it too. And here we have a light capable, we've got an extra TK, we've got 2 extra mags, and we've got another flashlight. Don't skip on the lights, man. Being in the dark, not being able to see or having dead batteries is a problem. So this can be immediately just wrapped around your waist. You have all those capabilities. You don't need to have a belt. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. You could be in shorts. You're going to have a really good, secure system that's going to give you these things that you need. And this works really, really well with the plate carrier. Even if you didn't snap on the microfight and you just had plates, by throwing this on, you know, this at least is giving you the bare essentials, a little bit of backup and some extra parts that you're going to need. Electronic hearing protection. This stuff is cheap now. You can get these guys here, these Howard lights. They take AAA batteries. This is very important. Putting in squishies and losing the senses that are going to come from hearing is really a problem. But if you've ever been around these short barrels fired inside, they'll damage your hearing. And then once you lose that, you're really at a disadvantage. There's no reason for it. It's light, it's compact, you can throw it on, it's amplified, you're not losing your hearing, and it gives you a tremendous advantage. And have some safety glasses, for goodness sake, and have this stuff together. So there should be 3 things. Your safety glasses, of course I put mine in the wrong pouch. Safety glasses, a ball cap, and your hearing protection. Why the ball cap? You know, we've stood in the sun before, right? With the sun's in your eyes, that's a tremendous disadvantage. Holding your hand up to try to see what's going on, have a ball cap. You can get under there, it'll protect your eyes. Have safety glasses. What happens if something comes at you and glass shatters into your eyes? You're basically out of the fight. Have some good quality ballistic safety glasses and hearing protection. Keep these things, just kind of wad them up in your pack, have them together. Just simple. Make it simple, make it work. Beyond that, I carry my tubular webbing, right? 22 feet of tubular webbing with a lockable carabiner. If you needed to roll, who knows what, right? When you need a piece of rope, you need a piece of rope. And this is a good way to go. You can clip that on the back of your carrier. You can clip it on a belt. It's very compact, very light, very useful for a lot of different things. Have a pair of gloves, mechanics gloves, and if you wear glasses, have an extra pair of glasses. That if they get broken, you lose them, whatever. If you can't see, if your eyesight's as bad as mine, I mean, you're basically ineffective. So have some safety glasses or some extra prescription glasses if that's what you wear. And that's basically it. You know, I mean, there's going to be a lot of discussion about this and the ethics of that's not your job and leave it up to the professionals. You've been neutered. I've been neutered. We've all been neutered. We've all been raised to think that we can't do anything about anything, that we can't intervene, that we need to leave everything to the professionals. Oh, you don't have a certificate or you don't have specific training. You know what? When you're looking at your babies, your children, your family being under threat, could you live with yourself if you stood behind a yellow police line for an hour and a half? And again, I'm not faulting anyone. It's policy. I don't know. You know, it's a difficult thing for everyone to deal with. It's easy to point fingers. But as for me, I'm not going to be making up this plan when the call goes out. My neighbors and my buddies are not going to be making up this plan when the call goes out. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be having these on. We're going to be able to do something about it. And damn the consequences, to be honest with you. Because really, if you go in there with aggressiveness and motivation and purpose with a couple of friends that are on the same page, we'll take care of business and it could possibly change the outcome. To me, the thing that I worry about most, the biggest threat, is being seen as an enemy. And when the good guys come in, chances of getting deleted by them is my biggest threat. How you manage that and how you deal with that, I don't know. But just remember, and all you ham radio guys, if you get in and start whining about this, I'm going to block all of you. You can broadcast even without a ham license in an emergency with these. You can contact dispatch and you can say, I'm in here, this is what's going on, this is what I'm wearing, let everyone know. It may work, it may not work, but at least you could even tell them that it's over, if, you know, whatever. So one thing that you might consider, you know, and I don't know. I have it in there. Your plate carrier is going to have a map pocket in the front. This fits in there very nicely. I keep in that this, and I keep the balaclava. It might just buy enough time. It just might have somebody that's in an intense situation that is concerned about, it may make them stop before they do something that could be dangerous. I don't know. Check. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not even telling you if I would do that. It's just something to think about. In closing, my heart breaks for these families. I can sympathize. I've been around it. You know, I was lead medic with the fire department in Colorado. I saw horrible things. And for me and for my teammates, the very worst calls, the calls that were affected us the harshest and the worst were when children were involved. I understand it. And until you have your own, and you have your own little babies and your own little girl that is the light of your life, I don't know that you can fully appreciate the great loss. And I'm just heartbroken by it. But it's not going to change. I think we can expect more. I know we can expect more, whether it be copycat or what have you. But I just couldn't live with myself to sit around and to wait because someone somewhere has made a policy that is putting, well, I'm not going to point fingers. I don't know. I wasn't there. It's a tough situation. But what I do know is that I have a plan. My friends have a plan, and hopefully it'll never manifest. But if it does, I'm not going to be unprepared. May God bless the families that had to go through this. I'm sorry for your loss. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.